The greater Las Vegas area is home to over 50 different golf courses, and to be honest, quite a few of those golf courses you could play at one time and really never need to play it again. TPC Las Vegas is one of the courses that you play once, and then you put it on your schedule to play every single time that you visit Las Vegas. It really is a great course, and you're going to see every single shot that I hit on this course today. Don't confuse this with TPC Summerlin, which is right across the street, and that hosts the PGA Tour every year. Hole number 1 at TPC Las Vegas is a short par 4, but you do need to watch out for the bunker short of the green. That bunker actually has a decent amount of space between the trap and the front edge of the green, so it can be a really awkward distance of a bunker shot. So avoid that, and really it should be a pretty straightforward par 4 for you. So now would be a good time to remind you, make sure to turn on 4K on your settings. All my videos are shot in 4K, so the course is going to look a whole lot better if you turn 4K on YouTube for you. But today's round of golf is pretty cold. This is in January, so the wind picks up slightly towards the end of the round, but for the most part it's a really nice day, just very first thing in the morning. And again, for desert golf in Las Vegas in the middle of January, courses do not look this good. There's very few courses in Las Vegas that look anywhere close to this nice in the middle of January. So you can only imagine that when this is in peak season, this course is extremely, extremely nice. The greens today were rolling just about perfect, and I got to play with a very, very nice gentleman who is a member at the golf course, and he kind of showed me around the course. This is my first time playing the TPC Las Vegas. The second hole is an island green par 3. Not too far, it's only 164 yards. The tees are up a little bit today. With that said, you of course can't go left, can't go right, can't go long, and can't go short.
Oh man, so many points being made.
So be very careful of what club you hit. Make sure you're hitting something that you can control. Today I'm hitting a 9-iron. I'd usually hit this 9-iron about 155 yards. However, this does play a little bit downhill. Not much wind right now, just a little bit at my back. So I played a little bit less club. Hit it okay, but pulled it a little bit. Luckily, I just barely stayed on land here. Ooh, barely on grass. Nice to start the day with 2 pars right off the bat. I'm actually the second group of the day on this golf course here this morning, so we played extremely quick. We actually passed the first group later on in the round, but this third hole is a difficult hole. I actually might not hit a driver next time I play out here, but today I figured what the heck, I'll try out a driver, and you're going to notice that this tee shot is just a really cool look. You're hitting over this big wash, this big canyon, and you really just are doing everything you can to find grass. The bunker. As long as it stays out of the bunker, it'll be all right. I did not stay out of the bunker, unfortunately. So right in this fairway bunker, I've got about 115 yards. So I'm just trying to hit an easy little pitching wedge out of here. Unfortunately, the sand is a little fluffier than I thought. Caught it a little fast, so this is not a good shot. So this only gained about 50 yards out of that bunker. Didn't go far at all, so I still have a wedge into the green here, another 63 yards up. So I hit a decent little shot, and it just carried a little bit further. It's kind of hard to figure out exact yardages right now because it's a cold morning. I know on the range things were going a little bit shorter, so I was trying to figure out yardages, but I still have a lengthy par putt here, and you're going to notice this is just a stellar read that I have on this putt. Hole number 4 is a downhill par 5. It's only 515 yards and it does play significantly downhill, so this is very much reachable in 2. I actually hit a pretty big cut off the tee box here, so I took a lot of distance off of my drive, yet I still really had no problem in terms of yardage to get to the green in 2 here. So make sure you bail out to the left when you're hitting this green and be very careful. Do not go long and past the green on your approach. The 5th hole is guarded by bunkers all throughout the fairway, and then there is a little bit of a waste bunker to the left of the fairway as well. So the biggest thing is club selection. It's okay to hit a long iron or a wood just out in the middle, and then you're still just going to have a short wedge into this green. So as long as you keep it in play, keep it in the middle, this can be a fairly easy par 4. Hole number 6 is a very long par 5, and today it's playing a little bit longer than the scorecard shows at 581. It's a pretty wide open tee shot for the most part. However, really it's all about that second shot and where you could lead yourself for your approach into the green. So I would just tell you bombs way off of the tee, and then depending on the day, see if you could reach it in 2. But like I said, today I'm just trying to get into a good position for my 3rd shot into the green. So I hit a really nice drive off the tee here. Again, that cut always takes off a significant amount of yardage for me, but I usually am pretty comfortable keeping that straight. So now I'm just taking my 4-wood, which I think this is the first time I've even used this 4-wood in any of my videos. I'm usually just hitting the 1-iron, but I actually decided to take a different club out of my bag today and throw the 4-wood in there instead. So now I've got this little chip up to the green, and unfortunately we have this tucked pin right in the front. This was a pretty difficult shot to get close, and sure enough, I was scared to hit that hill that would roll all the way back down to you in front of the green and just hit it a little bit too far. Hole number 7 looks a little bit more intimidating than it really is. There's a big wash to the left of this entire hole, but that really shouldn't come into play. I decided to hit a big hook off of the tee here, and I probably should have just hit a straight shot right at the flag. With that said, you do want to be careful. If the pin is in the back of the green, you want to try to get it all the way back there. and if it's in the front, just stay short, because there's a big hill right in the middle of the green, and it's going to make the putts really difficult if you're on the wrong side of it. So I hooked this one left into the bunker, and you're going to notice when I get onto the green here just how much break there is from this hill in the middle of the green. TPC Las Vegas has a whole bunch of really good par 4s, only 3 par 5s, and they're great par 5s, but the par 4s really make this course great, and of course it's a great selection of par 3s as well. Now, if I played this 8th hole again, I probably would take my driver and hit a cut with the driver. For some reason, I was thinking that I might carry through the fairway with the driver, so I just hit a 1-iron, and unfortunately, this gave me just a lot longer shot into the green. I'm still going to have over 200 yards in. I normally hit this 1-iron pretty close to 250, but I just didn't connect great on this shot, so I lost about 25 yards on this 1-iron. Luckily, it is in the middle, and I've still just got about 200 yards into the green here.
Get a t-shirt made. I saw Carson make a bogey.
Now, hole number 9 could be drivable for people who really have a lot of distance, and probably if there's a little bit warmer weather than today. Either way, I figured what the heck, let's just try to hit a big drive and see what I could do. But you can notice that if you are not straight on this hole, you're going to have some big trouble, whether it's in the desert or one of the mini bunkers and waste bunkers off to the side of this hole. So this was actually a pretty huge drive, especially given the temperature this morning. This actually just ended up about 5 yards short of the green for me, so a little over 320 for me on that drive, which felt good because I've just been hitting cuts so far this morning. But check out this putt that Bruce hit. He was about, I would say, a good 10 yards off the front of the green, but just hit it to a few feet away. I decided to still use my wedge even after seeing him hit that putt. I use my wedge, chip it up there, and leave myself just a couple feet for my birdie. Here's my stats for the front 9 here at TPC Las Vegas. Nice to birdie that last hole. But just know, you can play TPC Las Vegas for free, actually. This course usually can cost anywhere from $150 up to almost $250 to play. But if you go to $0golf.com, you can play this golf course for free. Just do what it says at $0golf.com. The 10th hole is another uphill par 4, and you really got to avoid left. And once again, the shape of your golf shot is going to determine a lot off the tee box here. So I once again hit my cut, just kind of trying to play it safe. I do this a lot, especially on courses when I've only played there once or twice. And with this being my first round, I use the cut a lot just to stay in the fairway. It did pay off because I hit a lot more fairways than maybe I normally would when I'm not playing quite as safe as I was. So this is another good tee shot for me right in the middle. Hole number 11 is another long uphill par 4, and this one is going to play quite over the yardage on the card today, especially because it's right into the wind. So going up the hill, you do have to watch out. There is out of bounds to the left of this fairway. You've got the road over there, and then there's a wash on both sides as well. Now going up to this hole, the biggest thing is just avoid that bunker short right of the green. That's a pretty deep bunker, and you got to be really careful because anything on the front right part of that green will slope right back into the trap. Good, I just don't know if it got there.
Foul on Curry, and Curry's going to get it with a technical. He throws his mouthpiece.
The 12th hole is a signature hole, I would say, at TPC Las Vegas. It's another island par 3, kind of like the second hole. This one's a little bit shorter. It's only about 135 yards from here. With that said, this is another one of those holes that you really just got to be careful of the pin placement. It's actually a pretty big green from front to back. And, you know, we're actually playing through the group in front of us on this hole, so we're kind of rushing through it, especially as we get up to the green here. You'll see that we kind of have to hit the chip and putt pretty quickly. But once again, you're going to notice that my putting is really a big struggle at the moment, so that's been the worst part of my game by far. The 13th hole is one of my favorite holes on the golf course. Another canyon that you have to hit over, and there's a wash running all the way down this right side. So my playing partner told me to just aim at those two bunkers that I saw in the middle of the fairway, and really you just cut off as much canyon as you can. The further right you can go, the shorter your shot in will be. This is another hole that has a big hill in the middle of the green, so make sure if the pin is in the back, stay back. If it's short, then stay on the front of the green. This was another really good drive for me with that cut, just short of the bunkers in the middle of the fairway.
Better than most people that have never played this course.
Not great, not terrible.
Hole number 14 can be a little bit deceiving off the tee box of exactly where you want to hit it. So my playing partner told me to just aim right at the steeple of that church in the background, and so that's exactly what I did. Hit a good drive here right in the middle, but if you notice, there's a big canyon right in the middle of the fairway just in front of the green. So you don't notice that when you're at green level, but from above on the drone, it's a pretty steep drop off there right in front of the green.
Oh no. Way too long.
Well, I'll take your advice. So not a good wedge shot. I just hit that right and way too far. But my playing partner gave me some really good advice on this shot. I was going to chip it, and he told me that I should try putting it because it's super quick. And sure enough, this was a really nice putt for me off the green here. Usually I don't putt from that far off, but thanks to his advice, I used the putter, and now I've just got about 5 feet for the par. Alright, here we have the third and final par 5, and this is an extremely difficult par 5. Right is absolutely dead. You cannot go right whatsoever, so that kind of takes going forward in 2 out of play if 604 yards didn't already do that. So here, the biggest thing is keep it in the fairway, play for 3 shots. Now, I know some of you are going to try to just go crazy and hit maybe driver and get there in 2. With that said, I just play my cut, get it in the middle of the fairway, and then I just take the 4-iron and just try to get something up there in the middle, because anything right, you really can't even play out of that canyon on the right side there.
That was bad.
So that was a bladed wedge all the way to the back right portion of the green. Now I have about the longest putt I could possibly have on this green. Now, one thing you do need to know when you're out here playing, a lot of the courses in Las Vegas, most of the greens break towards the Las Vegas Strip. So that's just one little mental note to take when you're hitting putts out here, is most of the time they will break towards the Strip. I took that into a little bit too much of consideration on that putt and hit it way too far beyond the hole. Luckily, this is a good comebacker here for my par. Number 16 is probably the most straightforward par 3 on the golf course. There are 2 bunkers that you got to watch out for, and you'll notice that I do end up in one of them, and they're pretty deep bunkers, so you do have to be careful. Just try to avoid those at all costs. With that said, pretty straightforward par 3, and you're going to notice here, out of my bunker shot, it's actually one of my best bunker shots of the day, considering I was in quite a few bunkers today.
Long ways up.
What a shot. Look at that.
The 17th hole played as about the most difficult hole for me today, and you'll notice that after you see what I scored on the hole. If I did this again, I probably would not hit a driver off of this tee box. I'd probably just hit an iron or a wood out into the middle, and then just play. It's probably going to be a 7 to a 5 iron, somewhere in there to get up to this green. But this green is surrounded by bunkers, and all these bunkers are also really tough, which you're also going to see me play out of. But here is my worst hole of the day. So I hit it into the desert. I'm having to take a drop here, and I'm kind of taking a drop right on the side of the hill here. So this is a very difficult shot. I'm just kind of slinging an 8-iron around here. Luckily, I hit a line drive here, got all the way up to the greenside bunker.
Wow, that's actually going to work out. Hit a line drive. Sit there, sit there.
Seems like the late double bogey happens too often for me. It was only 3 over, and now that brings me up to 5, just that 17th hole double bogey. And now we get to 18, another downhill par 4, but a really cool hole. You've got water left, and you have bunkers right in the landing area on the left side of the hole here. So kind of a tricky tee shot. You can't quite see where the ball is landing, so you don't know where it's going. I hit this a little left of my target and couldn't quite tell. I thought it was going to be going in the bunker, but this turned out really well.
Got another sand trap.
This iron shot in, I know it looks like it's a little bit right, but this actually kicked straight down towards the hole, and it is downhill, so it landed short of the green and kicked left and then towards the hole. Giving myself here about 10 feet for the birdie to finish off the day. So once again, remember that you can go to zerodollargolf.com, that's ZERO dollargolf.com, and you can play TPC Las Vegas for free, as well as many other golf courses like Spyglass Hill and Pebble Beach. So click that link and go play some free golf. With that said, here are my YouTube career stats now after 9 rounds. Kind of been struggling a little bit lately, especially with the putter like you saw today. But this is a great course. I would highly, highly recommend you go play TPC Las Vegas next time you're there.